Hey you guys, it's Peter, and welcome to my channel, Peter Likes Books. And today I want to talk about my cozy mystery read-along, which I announced yesterday. And I was very, very excited, but we're going to make some changes to it, okay? And I wanted to do this video quick enough, turn it around, that people that watched that video yesterday don't get too far into the series that I talked about yesterday. So, the book, The Bayou Book Thief, that series we're going to continue to read. If you want to read the other series, which is called the Mystery Bookshop Mystery Series, which the first one is The Plot is Murder by V.M. Burns, you can continue to read that too. I already downloaded the first one on Audible, so I'm going to read it. Now, I am somebody that loves to read cozy mysteries via Audible, listening to them on Audible, right? I love to, like, walk and listen to cozy mysteries. I love to, like, while I'm, doing stuff around the house, doing laundry and cleaning the kitchen, taking boo, outside, stuff like that. I like to listen to cozy mysteries on Audible. Somebody put in the comment section yesterday, I just want to say thank you so much for putting this. I really, really appreciate it. I can go in the video right now and tell you who it is, but I don't have that all queued up. I have other stuff queued up that I need to refer to. So, somebody commented on there and they said only the first and the 8th book, and the 9th book I think I said is coming out in September, only the 1st and the 8th book are on Audible right now. Somebody else said that they were having a hard time getting at their library. And I was like, what is going on? Like, this is so interesting to me. Now, the library thing, like, that's just kind of, like, libraries will have, like, 1, 3, 6, and 9 books, right? But they won't have the in-between ones. So that makes sense to me. But the Audible thing was interesting because, especially, like, this is something I learned from a true crime book club with Mel, is that Mel and I will go in and we will look, like, she'll look at her library, we'll look at Amazon, we'll look at Audible, I'll look at thrift books, I look at all these places to make sure that these books that we pick are available, right? And I do that with Peter's book club too. And so on the Cozy Mysteries, I'm almost positive, in fact, I think I have a screenshot in here somewhere. Oh, now I got out of my screenshots because I was going in here. I think I have a screenshot of where all these books are listed. Here's where I first had it on here listed. Yeah, I have it right here. And when I first looked it up, which was, it was a couple weeks ago, I'm almost positive all the books were available on Audible. And so somebody said in the comment section, they said only the 1st and the 8th book are available on Audible. And I was like, oh my God, what's going on? And I know a lot of people are like, well, I don't listen to Audible anyway. Well, I listen to Audible. A lot of people that watch my videos listen to Audible. A lot of people that can't read otherwise, listen to Audible. And so I want to make it accessible for all people. And I was like, okay, especially for, like, I'm going to be the ones reading them. I want to make sure that I can read them the way that I enjoy reading a book. And so I was like, okay, well, what is going on here? So I started Google searching it, and I was like, V.M. Burns books, not on Audible anymore. I couldn't really find any articles from it, but I did find articles that were talking about when they take things down off of Audible and things like that. And what they said was that when people change publishing houses and whatever, like, they might pull their books if the license expires on Audible. So the books might go back up there. The other thing I will tell you is, I can't remember which series I was reading. It actually was a cozy mystery series. But I got like 3 books in, and they changed the format of how they read it, and they changed the narrator and everything, and it completely ruined it for me. Like, one of the things that I love about the Misfortune series by Jana Deleon is, and I'm like 11 minutes away, I still haven't finished the last book since yesterday, is that it's the same narrator all the way through. It's Cassandra Campbell. And so, it really feels like you're listening to Fortune Reading, and you get attached to and a lot of the series that I listen to, the Cozy Mystery series, it's the same narrator all the way through. In fact, I'll be really honest with you. If I go and look at a Cozy Mystery series and it doesn't have them all on Audible, I very rarely start reading them at all. It's one of the reasons why, like, I love the Tawny Kappas books, the Campgrounds. I think it's Criminals and Campgrounds. The books are very short, first of all. They're like 4 to 5 hours to listen to, but they're fantastically done. Same narrator every single time. But I was listening to some Cozy Mystery series, and like halfway through the series, they switched it up. So anyway, I was trying to figure out what was going on, because I was like, when you went in here and you looked at these, all of them were listed to buy. I wouldn't have picked the series, I know that, if they weren't. So I'm like, what is going on now that only the 1st and the 8th book? Well, when I looked, it looked like the 1st and the 8th book were, like, done by different people. So, I don't know if they were narrated by different people, but it looked like they were published by different people. And so I was like, okay, this is weird. Maybe they're going under a new publisher. Maybe they're going to, like, oh, I know which one it was. I think it was Low Country Boyle when I started reading that. there was 2 different versions of the first book. That's what it was. And then it, like, 3 books had one narrator, I think. I think those are maybe down now. And then the other, like, it was like they were transitioning narrators and publishers and stuff like that, which a lot of authors do from time to time. And I've actually read books where it's like they'll have 2 different narrators, and I'll Google, like, what's the best narrator for this book. So I was like, okay, well, if anybody wants to continue to read the V.M. Burns books, Plot is Murder, I already downloaded the first one, so I'm going to listen to the first one. I probably just won't report on it over here, because I want to pick series that we can all read on all different formats, you know? And so I went in last night, and I don't even know how this book came up. It was like a recommendation on Audible, because I was looking through Cozy Mysteries on Audible, and this book came up, and I thought, okay, this is kind of something different. I think there's only 3 books in the series so far. So the first one, what's the first series, the Bayou Book Thief, or whatever it's called, it has 2 books out. Hold on a second. Let me get into my Audible really quick. So the first book that I talked about was called, the first book's the Bayou Book Thief, but I can't remember what the series is called. Hold on, so let me look here just a minute. I'm pulling it up on my book. My Audible, here it is, Bayou Book Thief by Byron. I am really excited about this one. So, it is a vintage cookbook mystery. I'm not going to reread the whole synopsis because I did that yesterday. But there are 2 books already in the series, and I think the 3rd one is coming out, I said, like in February, something like that, right? So that one is an ongoing one that it just started, and we can keep on reading it. So I was looking through here, and this one just was like the first one that came up, and I read the synopsis, and I was like, ooh, I like this one a lot. So I was like, let's read this. So the book series that I picked to replace the mystery, so if you watch yesterday's video, I'm replacing the Mystery Bookshop series, okay, with this series. This is the series that we're going to read, and the series is called A Baker Street Mystery. Is that what it's called? Hold on a second. It's called The Baker Street Mystery, and it has 3, and it's by Valerie Burns, and it has 3 books in the series. The first book is called 2 Part Sugar, 1 Part Murder. The second book is called Murder is a Piece of Cake, and the third book is called A Cup of Flour, A Pinch of Death. And they are all on Audible. They are all on Amazon. They are all available through libraries. I looked it up, and they're rather short on Audible. They're all between, like, they're less than, the first one is 6 hours and 30 minutes. The rest of them are shorter than that. So this is book 1, 2 Part Sugar, 1 Part Murder. Let me read you the storyline. Are you guys ready? Okay. Highly rated by listeners for engaging storyline, intriguing mystery, excellent narration, humorous elements, satisfying plot. I think this sounds so good, you guys. In this delectable new cozy mystery series, social media maven Maddie Montgomery's perfect grammable life has come undone, and she is hashtag starting over in a tiny town with one giant problem: a killer on the loose. When Maddie Montgomery's groom is a no-show to the live stream wedding, it's a disaster that no amount of filtering can fix. But it's a surprise inheritance. See, I always talk about this, how it's somebody that's left at the altar and then they come home and they inherit something. This is exactly a cozy mystery right here. But a surprise inheritance offers a chance to regroup and rebrand as long as Maddie is willing to live in her late great-aunt Octavia's house in New Bison, Michigan. For a year, running her bakery and caring for a 250-pound English Mastiff named Baby. My best friend had a Mastiff, so this kind of reminds me of that too. Maddie doesn't bake, and her Louboutins aren't made for walking giant dogs around Lake Michigan, but the locals are friendly and the scenery is beautiful. With help from her aunt's loyal friends, aka the Baker Street Irregulars, Maddie feels ready to tackle any challenge, including Octavia's award-winning cake recipes. That is, until New Bison's mayor is fatally stabbed, and Maddie's fingerprints are found on the knife. Something strange is going on in New Bison. It seems Aunt Octavia had her suspicions too, but Maddie's going to need a whole lot more than a trending hashtag to save her reputation and her life. I think this sounds genius as a new kind of idea of cozy mystery. I think the first one came out, well, what does it see on, I don't know if I have that part screenshot. I don't think I do. So I think it came out like a year or 2 ago. And so, I mean, this is kind of like the new genre of, like, you know, hitting cozy mysteries. And so I'm really excited to read something different. I think this will be really, really fun, and I'm really excited about it. So let me know what you think in the comment section below. Are you going to read this one? I hope so. I'm really, really sorry about that, you guys. I thought I had done, you know, enough research and investigation, and that they were all available on Audible. And if you don't care about Audible, I will say that that book series, the Mystery Bookshop series, is like highly ranked on every list that I've looked at, so I'm sure it's fantastic. I'm actually going to listen to the first one, and then hopefully the rest of them come out. If they don't and I like it enough, I'll just get the books. So anyway, yeah, that's the little change that we're going to make for the read-along. I love you guys so much, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.